Yeah, and you are the time of my life. Amaru, yeah. You brought the days to my nights. Hey, I did everything I said, but I did it all my way. Oh wow, told you when you came my way, can nobody take your place.
Thank you. What's your name?
Oh wow, body do the talking, babe. Baby, if you make man grace. Oh wow, yeah. Today, oh wanna odo ejinye la lo me. I'm a bude quick be my hote oh. Yeah. You bring the energy that I need to charge my life. Bring the and if it do you no wrong, baby. Yeah. And you are the time of my life.
Oh, good. How do you find the trading life, though? Yes. Is it tedious? Is a lot of what? Roller coaster of emotions, eh? One time you're on top of the world, the next minute, market is disciplining you. It's true. Anyway, I kind of feel like for so many people, they don't really understand like what it is to make a difference in trading, right? So many people actually think like traders are always preaching about risk to reward, risk 0.5%, risk 1%, risk 2% and stuff like that. But is that what really makes the difference in like wealthy traders' life, right? I don't think that so many people are really ready for the reality. This is like me really spitting fact, no dilution, straight on fact that you would hardly ever hear any, renowned trader speaking to you or revealing to you, right? Like for the most part, I've said this, quite a few times in so many other videos, but this video is specifically and especially dedicated to that course. Like there are times where as a trader, you gotta like, push yourself a little bit to the boundary. You cannot be just conservative and want to make, they say if you're not crazy, you cannot make crazy money. Do you get that saying? If you're not crazy, you cannot make crazy money, right? Or there's another way to put it, but when I remember, I'm going to tell you. So what I'm just trying to say is that, like, yes, it's okay for you to risk that 1%, 2%, but when there is a market edge that sets itself up, then you got to go for the jugular. That's what is going to buy you that house. That is what is going to buy you that new car. That is what's going to make that huge difference. That's what's actually going to literally cause that overnight success in your life, right? Now I read a book from Tony Robbins, right? It's called Money Master the Game, one of the most powerful financial books that has ever been written. It's quite a voluminous book, so if you're not a person that really likes learning, you might probably not find interest in it. But in that book, he talks about, when we call the term overnight success. Overnight success is like a compilation of years of experience, right? That briefly turns a brief moment in one's life into huge success, right? So like think about it this way. If you look at me, I've been trading from 2012, right? 11 years now. You think like I started seeing success from like day one of 2012? No, it didn't happen that way, right? I kept on learning, I kept on pushing, I kept on accumulating experiences, failures, right? But when everything clicked, the moment of elevation in my life was very brief and swift, and that's one key thing I learned from the book, right? It's like you don't expect that just because you started trading 10 years ago, then starting to kick off from 10 years, you start seeing success. So just because you started trading 5 years ago, 2 years ago, right? You got to clock in the work the experiences, stack it up, know your goals, know your edge, and all of those details. But the real truth is that when the success starts coming, it's not going to also come in a cumulative way of like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Sometimes I can just take like that one moment, right? So it talks about like really defining what we call breakthrough, right? Breakthrough in any human being's life, right? Breakthrough, you say, somebody say, I've been trading at this work for like 20 years or 30 years or 11 years or whatever it is. But the breakthrough moment, if you really go deep into investigation, it will usually span between the first 1 year of a particular year within those tenor, or 2 years or 6 months within that, and then from there on it's like autopilot. It just continues like that, right? But the most ultimate thing for you to understand is that you got to always reach that point where you're going to push that boundary, right? So let me just give you like a brief example. Like, let's say you have studied your chart, you have studied your perspective of the market, you understand your game plan, right? And after that, I'll just give you guys an example. Let's say after all of that, all your capital that you have is a $500, right? Now, how do you intend to grow that $500 by 1%, 2%? You might probably take forever, right? Also, you don't want to also now say, Kojo is saying that when you have 500, I'll go all, I'll go for the juggler, so I want to risk that this thing. You must first test and practice your edge, right? So what you want to do first with somebody who has a limited capital is you want to understand how your edge can now elevate you when the time be. And you can only know that when you practice a lot on a demo account, right? Now, you see, some people say, if I'm practicing on a demo, there's no emotions, I'm not going to be able to. No, it's wrong. Let me tell you why you kind of have so many people making those mistakes is because for the most part, when they're trying to trade on a demo account or whatever, they take realistic demo amount, right? So it's like they know that they're never going to have their hands on, like in their realistic life now, let's say $200,000. They know that realistically they're going to have like $500 or $300. But instead of them use $500 or $300 to practice on a demo, then they go set unrealistic 200,000, 1 million, then they place trades and forget they even place a trade on the demo account. Sleep, wake up and see red or blue. If they see red, they just close it and place another trade. If they see blue, they're like, oh wow, I'm actually a good trader, my setup works. Then they now go and put a $500 and they're trying to replicate the same thing. You will fail. If you do that, you will definitely fail. So you have that $500 or you have that $1,000 and you want to push that boundary. You want to make sure that you're setting that $500 demo account, $1,000 demo account, and you're practicing with that over and over and over and over and over and over with your edge, with your setup, with your succinct strategy. And then you're starting to see realistic results. That money is making progress. You're making $100 on it, you're making $200, you're making $500 in 1 week. Then you repeat that again, then you repeat that again, then you repeat that again. You become so accustomed to knowing exactly what lot size to use, exactly what setups to take the most, exactly where to put your stop loss, and all of the details that it requires for you to actually trade and grow that quantum of money. Then when you put it in a real market, the experience is not far-fetched. The experience is not that much of a difference. Then you start to see some real success in your life. That's how you make a difference. That's how you actually make money and grow as a trader, right? So this content is basically for somebody who wants to elevate their mind and understand how to actually grow as a trader with their small capital, right? So let me give you an example. Like, let's say every day I trade on this market, right? So let's say today being today being Thursday, I'm scanning through the market and then I see, let's say, a setup like this, which would like normally be like my regular setup, right? I may decide that, oh, maybe because today this was not even much of like, a life-changing setup, depending on how you define your life-changing setup. I may want to put like a 1% risk on this or 2% risk on this and then take my normal trade setup, make some profit, and then I may want to take another one on several other setups, regular trade setup, until let's say it's like that moment where you've seen that, look, this thing, right, there's a particular setup that I saw a similar thing on, yes, let's say this one, right, until you see that this thing, let's say you've been monitoring a breakout on US 30, right? You've been seeing that this thing has been rallying all the way, making this all-time high, and no matter what, as market be, right, wherever there's an extreme swing on the upside, there's definitely going to be a little bit of a retracement, right? And then you start seeing signs that this thing is breaking out clearly, right? What do you want to do? This is a moment where you can take insane advantage of the market and not do your regular thing of just, you know, keeping risk the low. You can you know, up your game. By then you would have probably practiced a lot of times on several other accounts, so you have your edge and you have a way of just moving around it, right? Similar thing is that, let's say with what happened with XAUSD, right? You can see this one was caused by CPI. Let's say you have a little bit of an edge on fundamental, you know how to interpret fundamental data, just as it was released 2 days ago, right? So if you come here, the fundamentals on this was released 2 days ago. Let me just show you guys, right? So if you check here, right, CPI, right, so which rendered the dollar very strong because inflation rate had reduced, right? Now if you check here, because the dollar was strong, then you had gold was selling off, right? Because it's XAU USD is the quote currency, so obviously was selling off, right? Now if I come to the 15 minutes, what you can observe is that from the first moment of the sell off, right, you had this huge 15-minute candle displaying exactly the weakness in the, displaying exactly the strength in the dollar, right? Now after this closure, anybody that has a very strong hands on the fundamental, what they're going to want to do now is what, even continue selling this market off, right? Which of course requires a lot of practice, a lot of edge, and a lot of know-how being that you know exactly what you're doing, right? Then imagine what more cumulative money you're supposed to make. That's just about 200 extra pips from the first 15-minute candle that had already set its pace for the direction where this market is going. And these are moments where you can turn your life around, right? These are moments where the market can make a huge difference in your life, right? We can say the same for even Bitcoin, right? Now let's say, look at Bitcoin here. Look at Bitcoin. You saw that so many people have been talking about Bitcoin halving the year. You don't want to really follow that pump and dump and then that type of fly by night hype. You want to just be strict on your chart and see what the market is telling you. Follow the trend. So you see this pattern right here. This is a beautiful triangular pattern, right? Bullish triangle, right? That has a breakout potential on the upside, which indeed did happen on the upside. And then you might as well want to possibly catch that breakout. If you miss it, then you know that one way or the other, the market is going to make a pullback and continue. But if you see how volatile Bitcoin has been doing and then crossing that 44,000 boundary, cross that 48,000, then you know that one way or the other, it has potential of making its way to the next psychological level of 52,000, right? I'm going to do a thorough breakdown of how I mark out my BTC so that you guys can learn a thing or two from that ranges. Now, if you go through my YouTube videos, I've actually taught a similar strategy like that, right? You may want to just like explore my YouTube videos. Yes, so you can see clearly that this is the video that I'm saying I actually used to illustrate the strategy that I'm telling you and why I actually buy Bitcoin. So you want to probably take time to explore, you know, this video, watch it very well. Simple day trading strategy that made me 6 figures, and then that's the same thing that I implore to do this. I actually took this trade, made a bunch of money on it, and then BTC literally hit 52,000, right? So like from all that I'm sharing with you, it tells you that what makes the difference between regular traders and pro traders is that we know when to actually go all out, and then we know when to actually max out on the market. As a trader, the very moment you learn how to max out on the market is when you begin to see life changing, and is when you begin to see a real difference in your life. I don't want to make this video so long, so I'm going to end it here. We're going to continue this series and I'm going to show you more things on the market. I feel like this is about the time I just make some casual videos like this and teach you so many things that you can learn for yourself on the market, right? If you're a new trader and you want to learn how to trade, click in the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community, and also click in the link in the description to sign up with XNES, my #1 recommended broker. If you sign up with XNES and then you fund an account of $100 or $50, you can message me or my admin KOJOFOREX. I just signed up with XNES and funded my account. We're going to put you into our XNES VIP group, and you're going to get trade signals from me for free and then make a lot of money. You want to take advantage of that because it's going to only last for 2 days. Also, you want to connect with me on all social media at KOJOFOREX and click in the link in the description if you are a pro trader and you're struggling with finding proficient trading strategy. The link in the description is going to lead you to the KOJOFOREX Go strategy, where you're going to learn in depth about all the things that I'm even sharing here. If you're also a trader that fancies funded account and you want to get funded with EXPRESSFUNDED, we fund you the expressway. Click in the link in the description. You sign up with EXPRESSFUNDED, and then you can take our challenge evaluation account of 5K, 10K, 15K, 25K, 50K, all through to 100K. And then once you pass the challenge, we're going to fund you, and then we pay you profit of any money you make, up to 90% profit. That's quite wholesome, right? So yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this and you learned a lot. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace. I should have probably brought my swim shorts and then. So my community has a swimming pool where you're able to swim all through to 10 p.m. right? Yeah. I've actually also done a thorough car review of this new car that I just got, right? Chevrolet Corvette C8 2022 model. Very new car, beautiful, fast, super car. I'm going to actually have time and do a dedicated video for this car alone. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and you get motivated. It has like so many features, unique ones that are not even in so many cars that you know on the regular. So I'm going to actually get time and do that. This car actually drives super nice, and then it's actually an attention seeker. You know, an attention seeking car, a car that the moment you're driving, like everybody's like looking at you like, hey, what job does he do, where is it from, he's driving such a nice car. And all the kids in the neighborhood want to just take pictures with it and all that. It calls for its own unique attention and all that, which is super fun, you know. I mean, if you think about it as a trader, I think it's pretty interesting and fun, because these are the things that we worked so hard for. These are the things that we did the abnormal stuff for. You know, we didn't take all that risk to live a normal life. We took all those huge risks to live the abnormal life, and this is what I classify as the abnormal life. You know, you have hundreds of cars, hundreds of houses, you travel around the world, you do what you like, you eat when you want to eat, you sleep when you want to sleep, you wake up when you want to wake up, you work hard when you want to wake up. I mean, you work hard when you want to work hard, but the ultimate of it is that you put in a lot of years, you put in an insane amount of years down as sacrificial years, right? I feel like so many traders, you know, I think now I should be your mentor. I'm already your mentor technically, psychologically, but mentor in lifestyle, mentor in, like, you know, advising, mentor in, you know, shaping your thought process, that type of mentor. I think that I've just been enough of, you know, your mentor in teaching you the technical know-how and stuff like that. But like when it comes to the real application in life, I can tell you the truth that you got to reach that point where you say, look, my name is Terry FX, my name is Rick FX, my name is Common Forex. This year is 2024. I'm tired of being basic. I'm tired of being lazy. I'm tired of repeating the old ways that I do. I'm tired of sleeping and waking up at 9 a.m. I'm tired of eating junk food. I'm tired of, you know, hanging out with unproductive friends. I want to change my life. I want to move forward. I want to do something significant in my life. And I'm setting the year 2024 to 2026 to do that. I want to go in a monk mode. I know that this and this and this person is going to succeed, is going to help me reach that goal. These and this and these actions are what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be in this community. I'm supposed to understand the market from this angle. I'm supposed to learn this and learn that. I'm supposed to take these challenges, and I'm not supposed to back out when it's so difficult. And I'm going to grind and not listen to naysayers for the next 2 years, laser focused, and make sure that I achieve this and this and this and this and this. You list all of them specifically, and you go monk mode. Come back to me 2 years if you've been able to follow this and not see any result, and I'll challenge you to it. You understand me? And that's how you achieve great things in your life. So as traders, if we go through all the sacrifices and we start seeing that result, it's just enough, or it's just okay for us to reward ourselves with beautiful things like this, which I often always do. So you know what, let's end it here and we'll catch up again.